Okay, let's unpack this. We're doing a deep dive into a new book aimed pretty squarely at small and medium business owners. It's called It Is Your Game, a strategy playbook for small business owners by Dr. Simon W. Musaeus.
That's the one.
And our mission today really is to figure out what this playbook actually offers you. You know, the busy business leader, the person juggling everything.
Exactly. And what's fascinating here is the author's starting point. He's quite clear he hasn't invented some brand new, super process.
Right. No magic formula.
No magic formula. Instead, he's curated and ordered the most efficient existing tools, stuff used by successful businesses, but adapted.
Adapted how?
Adapted specifically for, the operational realities and crucially the time constraints that SMEs face day to day.
Okay, time constraints, that's always huge.
Absolutely. Think of it like a roadmap, but one designed knowing your most important asset is probably time.
So what kind of strategy process is proposed then? How does it actually structure things?
So the book structures these tools into what the author calls pillars.
Pillars, okay.
Yeah. There are 4 core pillars. They kind of build on each other.
Yeah.
Pillar 1 is about exploration, taking inventory, basically figuring out where you stand right now.
Makes sense. Start with where you are.
Exactly. Then pillar 2 is drawing the roadmap, deciding where you want to go, how you'll get there. Pillar 3 is making it work. Execution, basically.
Putting the plan into action.
Right. And pillar 4 covers team dynamics and decision making. The people side, which is vital.
Definitely.
So he sees these as like building blocks, providing a stable foundation if you use them together. But there's also something else interesting.
What's that?
There's a 5th pillar. It's described as a kind of diagonal brace or a fast track.
A fast track.
Yeah, specifically for those moments when, things are urgent, time is absolutely critical, and you need a really rapid response or assessment.
Okay, that sounds structured, but also flexible. Which is good, because every SME owner schedule is chaos, right? How can you actually use this book depending on how much time you have?
That's a really key benefit, actually. It's designed very much as a field guide, something you can pick up and use.
Not just read cover to cover.
Not necessarily. For almost every tool presented in those pillars, the book gives you options. There's usually a detailed, extended version, maybe 3 to 5 hours if you really want to dig in deep.
Okay, that's a commitment.
It is. But then there's also a concise lunch break version designed to be done in maybe 60 to 90 minutes.
A lunch break version. Seriously, how much value can you get in an hour?
Well, the idea is that the shorter versions cut right to the core questions, the absolute essential actions for that tool. It's sort of the Pareto principle in action,
The 80-20 rule.
Exactly. Focusing on the 20% that gets you 80% of the results, especially when you're short on time. Plus, there's a navigation chart in the book, too.
Well, to help you choose.
Yeah, it helps you quickly find the right tools or sections for whatever challenge you're facing now. You don't have to do everything. You can follow the complete journey through the pillars if you want.
Right.
Or take what he calls a flexible avenue, just focusing on specific areas. Maybe you just need help with marketing or goal setting.
Okay.
And then, of course, there's that 5th pillar, the rapid response toolkit for those real crunch times.
Okay, that really does sound like it fits strategy into a busy schedule.
Right.
So, boiling it down, how can an SME really benefit from using this playbook? What's the core value?
I think it's about democratizing strategy, really. It gives you access to these powerful tools and frameworks.
The kind you'd usually see in big companies or MBA courses.
Precisely. Things like analyzing your market, your competitors, building your business model, setting goals, SMART goals, OKRs, that kind of thing. Managing risks, tracking your performance with KPIs. But it's all presented in a way that's practical. You don't need a business degree or weeks of free time.
So it helps you understand things better, make better decisions.
Yes. Understand your environment, organize your priorities, improve communication, make sharper, faster decisions. The core idea is that having a good solution in time is often way better than aiming for a perfect one that comes too late.
Timeliness over perfection.
You got it. It empowers you, the business owner, to apply these proven methods directly to your own situation.
Okay, but that brings us to the cost. Why spend money on this book? There's loads of business advice out there.
True, but think about the alternatives. You could spend ages researching, trying to find and adapt these tools yourself. It takes a lot of time.
Or hire consultants.
Or hire consultants, yeah, which can get very expensive very quickly. This book basically gives you a curated, pre-digested, adapted set of those valuable tools all in one place.
So it's a shortcut. A cost-effective one.
A cost-effective shortcut to structured strategic thinking, exactly. The author makes a good point that getting lost, feeling stuck or overwhelmed is just an emotionally draining waste of time.
Definitely feels that way sometimes.
So the book aims to provide a clear map to avoid that feeling. It's a practical, hands-on playbook. And another really useful thing,
Yeah.
especially for the tools in pillars 1 to 3, the ones covering foundational strategy and execution, like market analysis, business models, goal setting.
Oh, the core stuff.
Right. For many of those, the book points you to free downloadable worksheets right there on its webpage.
Oh, practical templates.
Exactly. So you get templates you can use immediately to start applying the concepts to your business. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, creating spreadsheets or documents. It helps you get started right away.
Okay, that's genuinely useful. Free worksheets to actually do the work.
Makes it much more actionable.
So wrapping up then, it sounds like this book really tries to demystify strategy for SMEs.
Yeah.
Makes it accessible, practical, adaptable to your time.
Yeah.
And gives you tools like those worksheets to actually get going.
Precisely. It's about putting the power of strategic thinking directly into your hands, efficiently, making it your game.
Fascinating. So what does this all mean for you listening? Well, perhaps the real takeaway is just what the author says right at the end.
Yeah.
Take action because it is your game. Something to think about as you navigate your own business journey.